the early years foundation stage is changing. Join the conversation by the 18th of March to have your say in how. Here are 8 of the proposed and upcoming changes. There is new explicit confirmation that the new Development Matters is a non-statutory curriculum and that Ofsted will not have to regard it in carrying out inspections, freeing up professionals to decide how they think is best to approach the curriculum. There have been a number of new definitions in the communication and language prime area. For example, children's back and forth interactions from an early age form the foundations for language and cognitive development. Meanwhile, the number and quality of the conversations they have with adults and peers throughout the day in a language-rich environment has been labelled crucial. Further, children become comfortable using a rich range of vocabulary and language structures through conversation, storytelling and role-play, and where children share their ideas with support and modelling from their teacher, and sensitive questioning that invites them to elaborate has also been highlighted. So keep asking those important questions. In PSCD, there's a new opening line. Children's personal, social and emotional development has been highlighted as crucial for children to lead healthy and happy lives. Meanwhile, the attachments that shape their social world have been described as underpinning their personal development. In addition, strong, warm and supportive relationships with adults are key in enabling children to learn how to understand their own feelings and those of others. Practitioners will be required to support children in managing these emotions in a positive sense of self, but also to use adult modelling and guidance to help them look after their bodies, including healthy eating. There are also changes in the physical development prime. For example, in the first line describing it as vital for children to pursue happy, healthy and active lives. There is also a new sense of progression in terms of physical development, starting with sensory exploration and through development of a child's strength, coordination and positional awareness. Also, there is an expectation that by creating games, adults can support children to develop their core strength, stability, balance, spatial awareness, coordination and their agility. Babies will also need to be offered tummy time, crawling and play movement. There is a newly described objective for literacy, for children to develop a lifelong love of reading. Reading now consisting of 2 dimensions, language comprehension and word reading. Language comprehension, which starts from birth, is described as developing through adults talking, books and rhymes, poems and songs. Meanwhile, skilled word reading is taught later, consisting of decoding and speedy recognition of printed words. Writing now has 2 new terms as well, transcription for spelling and handwriting, and composition for articulating ideas and structuring them before writing. The new framing for mathematics is that children should be developing a strong grounding in number so that they can develop the building blocks to excel mathematically. They should also be able to count confidently and develop a deep understanding of the numbers to 10. They should also be provided with manipulatives, including small pebbles and tens frames for organising counting, and the curriculum should include rich opportunities for children to develop their spatial reasoning skills. Interestingly, it will also be important that children develop a positive attitude and an interest in mathematics. Here's a biggie. This framework does not prescribe a particular teaching approach. This replaces that planned purposeful play and a mix of adult-led and child-initiated activity was required to implement the previous EYFS. Here is another major change. There has been the removal of the suggestion that physical records of observations are needed for practitioners to make an assessment of a child's development. Instead, practitioners should draw on their knowledge of the child and their own expert professional judgment. So it's hello thinking, goodbye paperwork. And what do you think of these proposed changes? Have your say at thatnurserylife.com.